All right. So, hi, good evening, Hung. Welcome to our class, LMS BAP IELTS 4 class. All right. So, before we proceed to our lesson, can I ask, how are you today? How are you today, Hung? Mm.
Hello, teacher.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes,
All right. Because I keep receiving, I'm about to take a picture. All right, my screen is receiving that my connection is a bit unstable. But anyway, so see you can hear me. All right. So how are you tonight?
I'm very well, thank you.
All right, that's a good thing. So with this one, as you see, last time we were able to talk about daily routine, right? So in here, so just for us to have like some sort of an exercise, I have here simple questions from numbers 1 and 2. I'll be giving you a minute to think. What do you think is some sort of appropriate word to put or to use in 1 and 2? Hmm. Okay, so you could also tell me if you have an idea already.
Yes, yes, I'm ready.
All right. Number 1, give it a try. What is your answer for number 1?
I think number one, I will say already.
Okay.
Uruguay. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Number one is Uruguay.
Always. Read it for me. I have
I have a steady routine in the morning.
routine,
I always
steady routine.
steady routine in the morning. I always wake up at 7 a.m. and then have a shower.
All right. On this one, on this vocabulary, take a look. Mornings, in the mornings, steady routine. Okay. When you say steady routine, meaning nothing change. For every morning, the S in the mornings indicate every mornings. All right. So it indicates that every morning, his routine doesn't change. It is steady, steady routine. When he wakes up, all right, gets up at 7 a.m., have a shower. All right, Tuesday, get up at 7 a.m., have a shower. Wednesday, get up at 7 a.m. Do you get what I mean? So it doesn't change. You call it steady, steady routine. So that is how you describe it. Okay? All right.
Yes.
How about number 2?
Number two, I am busy at work, but I like to study Chinese every now and day. I
Now
don't know.
and, now and.
Days.
This one is now and then. Okay, every now and then. All right. When we talk about now and then, now and then is also, it means sometimes. All right. I am busy at work. Or I am busy at school, but I like to study English every now and then. Okay. Now and then. All right. So by the way, Hung, so for every meeting, please expect the teacher is going to present a lot of vocabulary words that you might find a bit boring, but I am grabbing the opportunity that we can focus on your speaking ability. All right. Because do you still remember last time I challenged you in speaking, in writing, in listening? And what I want to improve more of you is your speaking skills. That is why I want you to have a notebook. Always have a notebook with you. write, all right, the word or the new word that you learn for every meeting so that you can apply that in the future. Okay? Because there are some instances that you understand it right now, but after the class, you forget it already. You get what I mean? So it's just
Yes,
nonsense. You don't absorb it. So that's why I want you to write if there are some new vocabulary words. Okay? So, like this one, I have a steady routine as a student or as a teenager. I have a steady routine in the morning, right? Or you could use that. Or like this, now and then, to indicate that it means sometimes. All right? Next, what we have right here is this. Okay. So actually with that one, you can use a lot of words. Okay, such as here, I have a steady routine in the mornings. I usually, I always, I will, I often. All right. So this one right here, these are our frequency words, right? The thing that we commonly use. The frequency, how frequent, right? Or how often, right? Usually, always, do you still remember those vocabulary? Do you still remember them? The frequency
yes.
words, okay? We also have this will. Teacher, will is in the future, okay? But actually, will, in English, will can function into four. We are just taught at school that will is just for future. But actually, will could be used in like the one that we know to talk about the future. Mm. Or it could be used like um to make predictions. Like I think, all right, it will rain tonight. So that is a prediction. It will rain tonight. So that is also a prediction. Number three, like to make decisions. I'll drink coffee tonight. That is a decision. I'll eat hamburger tonight. Okay. And the last one, you also use this one to make promises. Okay, to make promises, offers, request. The most popular one, will you marry me? That's the most popular offer that with the use of will. All right. And of course, the this one will, in this certain example here, I have a steady routine in the morning. I'll get up. You could use the contraction, the short form. I'll get up at 7 a.m. and then have a shower. In this one, we are indicating that this is a certain habit in the present. All right. That will, all right, that will, all right. There is a habit in the present, not in the future, but a regular one. Okay. Now, also a while ago, you answer here now and then. It means, what do we mean by now and then again? Now and then, it means some, sometimes. All right. Now and then. All right. Or now and again. You can also use that. Both of them is both of them mean sometimes. Now and then and now and again. All right. You can also both of that. So also in this one, um, now and then, that is American English. But if you're going to read that in British accent, it's like now and then, now and then. Can you say that? Now and then. It's like you mix them together.
Now and then.
All right, now and then. British English, it's like you connect now and then.
Now and then.
It's like now and then, now and then. All right, now and then. That is British. But if you're going to read it American way, now and then. American English. British English, now and then. Right? Now and here, next, here, here are some other ways of expressing habits and routines. Hong, can you read this for me? The following.
Yes. Yes, I get up early every day. I will get up early.
Mm.
I always get up early. I tend to get up early. I typically get up early more often than not. I get up early.
All
Early.
right. So this is more often than not that I get up early. Tend to. All right. So remember the vocabularies a while ago we have now and then or now and then. All right. It means sometimes. In this case, we have tend. In this certain sentence, it means usually, but most of the time. All right, so you can use this. So in that way, you don't just focus on the frequency words here. Usually or most of the time. Okay, tend to. Now, teacher, what's the meaning of more often than not? More often than not, I get up early. In this case, it's like mm, we have a feeling like we have 50%, right? Like for example, 50-50, right? But when we
Yes,
say more often than not, it's like, all right, it's like more than 50%. Like let's say 60, 70% more often than not. Okay? More often than
yes.
not, I get up early. Okay? So in here, another is, how about if I'm going to ask you, can you give me an example sentence, all right, on by simply stating your daily routine? Mm. You can use anything.
I really play mobile game because I don't have phone.
Ah, okay. So you grab the opportunity to play. All right. Okay. So more often than not, I get up early. Okay. Okay. So also whenever you are stating your routine, you can have your introduction like this. My schedule goes something like this. This is your introduction. Okay? My schedule goes something like this. Or you could say my routine goes something like this. You can have that some sort of your introduction. Like you don't say literally I get up or I sometimes I always get up early, so that is very a very simple text or a simple sentence to talk about. So to make it more presentable or more formal, you can come up with a certain introduction like that. And then like this we have the quick frequency words again that tells us about how often, right? Okay. So here, so I have here another set of words, okay? So for this hong, what you're going to do is I'll be giving you few minutes, all right? Few minutes to um prepare example sentences to each. All right? All of this it all means always. All of this it means usually. All of this it all means often. All of this it means sometimes. What you're going to do, you need to create two example sentences referring to your daily routine. Any. I want you to put application. Anything. All right. For example, um I day in day out, for example, in morning routine. Mhm. For example. So other ways, I regularly brush my teeth when I wake up in the morning. All right. I drink coffee without fail, meaning always. Okay. All right. I go for a walk all the time. Okay. So you could just tell me a daily routine. applying any of these words. All right. So in every column, it has the same meaning. Okay. So you need to create two example sentences each. All right. So tell me when you're ready.
Two sentence for
Each. Always, usually, often, sometimes.
yes,
For your daily routine. Okay.
yes. Yeah, I'm I'm ready. Teacher.
Sorry. All right. Can I hear your examples?
Yes.
Mm.
Example will always I study all the time so I don't have time to do anything.
Oh, wow. That's a good one. I study all the time. Oh, see? Next. Another one.
Then I regularly do some difficult exercise to study good.
In a group study. You mean a group study?
Difficult
Difficult.
exercise.
Exercise. Oh,
Yes.
okay. All right. Good. How
Uh,
about usually?
usually, uh, generally, I am a hardworking boy.
Sorry, generally.
I am a hardworking boy.
Okay. A hardworking boy. Okay. Hmm.
I wrote tiny I
Mm.
don't know it is the letter in number two.
Okay.
Rautani.
All right. You're going to skip that part. Mm.
Rautani has study, but I think study good for me.
Sorry, say it again.
I Rautani has study, but I think study good for me.
Group study works for you, correct?
Yes, I
Okay.
think study good for me.
Study is good for you. Yeah, of course. Okay, that's a good one. How about often? Actually, there's a debate. American English often, but for some they read this often. All right. To be safe, pronounce this often. Silent T. Okay. Mm.
Uh, I frequently want to die, but I think if I die, my mom will sad. It is those same sentence.
No, don't say that. Don't on a regular basis. Oh, because you are bombarded. Okay. That's another word. Bombarded. Can you say bombarded? When you say
Um,
bombarded, it's like there are a lot of things on your head. You can't think anymore. Bombarded. I feel so bombarded of all the school works. Okay, you could use that word bombarded. Okay? So though your sentence is correct, but I don't want you to think that way, okay? That's not a nice
yes.
thing to do. Oh my goodness. Not only your mom, also your dad. Oh my goodness. Don't think. Don't think like that. That's not a good idea, okay? Next,
Um, on a regular basis, I
basis.
do
On a regular basis.
I do a lot of homework.
All right. On a regular basis, I do a lot of homework. All right. By the way, there's another reminder. I want to give you a reminder regarding the following. Okay. So if you're going to notice, all right. So where did I put that part? Okay, give me a sec. All right. So here you go. So as you could see, the words that are ending in "ly," what do we call that in English? Religiously, invariably, routinely, generally, mostly. What do you call that? Occasionally. Sorry, it's like it's got in there. Habitually, constantly, regularly. What do you call that in English, Hong? The li 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 li. What's that in English? Is that adjective, adverb, noun, verb? Oh, what's that? What do you call? Words ending in li. What do you call that?
I think it
Mm.
up upward.
Yes, correct. So we all know, right? The same thing. That's why this for right here, we call that adverb of frequency, right? It answers the question how often. All right. So if you're going to notice some of the adverbs ending in ly, they are quite short, right? Little word. Regularly. All right. I regularly take a shower. I invariably drink coffee. All right. So in that way, always remember that an adverb, right? Adverb is always comes before the verb, right? Before the verb. Okay. Adverb plus the verb. But take note that if the if the word is long, all right, like this one, on a regular basis, that's quite long from time to time, now and again, without exemption. If the word is long, you cannot put it before the verb. Instead, if the word is long, there are two ways for you to come up with it, or two ways for you to use them. You can put them in the beginning, or it at and the end, or in the end of your sentence. All right. For example, I exercise. All right. I exercise on a regular basis. Or on a regular basis, I exercise. They get it? Okay?
Yes.
If the word is long, don't use it before the verb, instead in the beginning or at the end of the sentence. Okay. How about sometimes?
Sometimes,
Mm.
um, from time to time, I want to work with my dog.
Ah, you want to walk with your dog. Okay. And then another.
I occasionally want to study English to study abroad because English very difficult, so I only want some time.
Okay. Sometimes, all right. Or you can ah, you could also the one that we use a while ago, now and then, right?
Yes.
Now and then or now and again, all right? It means sometimes, okay? Yeah, I understand what you felt, what you feel. I was like that too when I was a student. All right. But anyway, so that's it. So again, so by the way, you can take a screenshot, all right? Or you can review the video once it is uploaded. All right. So just for you to have an idea that when we talk about routines, all right, especially when you are do it in speaking, all right? Because when you talk like this, all right, it's like it's very common already. You know, everyone can use it, even a kid. But if you're really aiming to be good and your target is to get a high score or to impress your examiner, make use to come up and play with your words, okay? Meaning not to be focused on the basic one. You need to upgrade, okay? Like this
Yes.
one. All right, so that's it for that one, for that part. Thank you. Now moving into oh yeah, I already said that part. If the adverb of frequency is long, it usually goes at the beginning or at the end of a phrase or a sentence, not in the middle or before the verb. Okay, read the example. Number one,
I get up at 7 a.m. on a basis.
regular. You say
Regular
basis, regular
basis.
basis. Okay,
Regular basis. Uh, from time to time, I get up at 9 a.m.
and
I go to work every Monday without fail.
without fail. You know the other when we say, actually this is idiomatic already, when we say fail, it's a mistake, right? Fail. All right, meaning I go to work every Monday without fail. It means always, 100% all the time, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now moving into the next one. Ah, sorry, the image is quite little. Which of this is true for you? We need a survey. I sleep in at the weekend. I get up bright and early most days. I have a light breakfast. I brush my teeth before breakfast. Actually, this one it doesn't apply to you because you're a kid. This is for adults. I waste hours scrolling on TikTok. I go down the library most days. Which of the following applies to you? Hmm. I'll give you time. Analyze. One, two, three, four, six, seven. As a teenager, which of these is true for you?
I think true for me is number 4.
All right. I brush my teeth before breakfast.
Um,
Hmm.
and nothing.
Only number four. Okay. All right. So in this one, let's tackle what do we mean by the following words used. Okay. Now let's hear in this one. I'll be showing with you some of the morning routines. Okay. The common ones. All right. So here. So take a look at this. Um, from a seminar that I attended. All right, so some of the native speakers that we talk with, they always suggest that we train the students to be more familiar in colloquial. Are you familiar with colloquial? Colloquial words. When we say colloquial, phrases in blue, all right? So take a look. Phrases in blue are more colloquial, all right? When you say colloquial, it means informal. To make it further, it's like in a simpler explanation, informal, it's like how you speak with your friends and with your family. Do you get it? It's informal, all right? Sometimes it's like if you're talking formally, like hello, but if you're talking informal, hey. You get the difference? All right.
Yes.
It seems like you're more comfortable to it. It's more natural, right? So that's their suggestion, because sometimes it tends to appear like if it's very formal, it seems like the student or the speaker just memorize what he or she is saying, not literally naturally speaking. All right. Now we have here a difference between, all right, the words right here. Take a look. We have the word to slip in and to oversleep. Okay? To slip in and to oversleep. All right. So in here, so take note that these two phrases has a very different meaning. When you say to slip in, you are awake already, but you just need to stay in bed for a long time. You are lazy to get up. You just want to lay in bed, meaning to sleep in. All right. For example, the weather is nippy or quite chilly. I love to slip in. All right. You stay in your bed for a longer time. But when we say to oversleep, okay, all right, it's like to stay in bed a longer time by mistake. It's like the reason why you're late, you oversleep. Okay. So this one, to slip in, to stay in bed for a longer time compared to oversleep. All right. You also stay in bed for a longer time, but this one is by mistake. All right. You didn't plan that. That's a mistake. All right. That's why you get late. You oversleep. Okay. Do you get it?
Yes.
All right. Now, so take a look at this one. So the black one is the thing that we commonly use, like the formal one. All right. And then the blue one is, all right, that is the informal. All right. Can you read the first one? The other term for to get up.
To get up, to crawl out of bed.
Do you know the meaning of crawl? Crawl.
Oh,
Do you know the meaning of crawl? Like a baby? Crawl. To move slowly. All right. Okay. So I'm lazy to crawl out of bed. Most of the days, I'm very lazy to crawl out of bed, meaning to get up. Okay? So in here, how about this? To have breakfast, you could also say,
to have breakfast, to grab breakfast,
all right. So, teacher, what do you mean by grab breakfast? What's the meaning? All right. When you say grab breakfast, it's like to eat fast. Like when you get something from your friend, you grab, right? Okay, you grab to grab a breakfast or to have breakfast. Okay. Actually, the word grab, this is very common for native speakers if they are using this for a drink. Uwong. Hey, buddy, let's grab coffee. Grab a cup of coffee. All right. But all right, in some daily in some certain phrases like this, you could also use grab. Okay? But again, grab is common with uwong, drinks. Grab a cup of coffee, grab cup of I, a cup of tea, all right, like that. All right. Okay. So I already explained that one. Yeah, here. So to grab breakfast, this one is to take quickly. All right. So here, I grab a coffee. I get myself a coffee. It means I get myself a coffee. All right. So also with this one, if you are using an adjective, we say adjective. Teacher, what do you mean by adjective? Adjective is the word that we use, all right, to describe, right? Take a look at this one. We say to have breakfast, but we don't say to have a breakfast. That is wrong. Okay? But we don't say to have big breakfast. We should always put a. All right? So in this one, meaning, if you are going to put an adjective, make sure that you use a plus the adjective. All right? To have a big breakfast. To have a hearty breakfast. Okay? So in here, take a look. Do you know how to describe hearty? What do you think? Teacher, what is a hearty breakfast? What do you think, in your opinion? What can you imagine? For example, I say, I want to have a hearty breakfast. I usually have a hearty breakfast.
Turkey breakfast like
What do
big
you,
breakfast.
all right, big or hearty? Hearty meaning, what can you imagine? What word can you relate when you say hearty?
She, I think
Something, right? Something hearty, hearty, right? And a positive meaning, it's like you can imagine something positive. I want to eat, but you're also right. Hearty also means big, all right? Big or to like healthy breakfast also describe hearty breakfast, like you focus on fruits and vegetables, all right, some dairy products, or hearty breakfast. All right, so if we have a hearty breakfast, the opposite, the opposite of hearty breakfast is light breakfast, small amount. How about you? Which one do you prefer on breakfast? Hearty breakfast or a light breakfast?
I would a light breakfast.
Light breakfast, right? And a hearty lunch. Okay. So that's how I eat. How about you? I tend to have a light breakfast and a hearty lunch. This
I
the same thing?
my
Hmm.
mm,
How about you? How do you describe your meal?
my house are very simple, so we have a light breakfast, light lunch, and light dinner.
Ah, all right. In your culture, you mean in your household?
Yes,
Mm, that's nice. All right. So in here, next one is, all right, this is very common, to brush my teeth, to have a shower, to go to the gym. Okay, when you are referring into this, to go to the gym, these are the more colloquial one. Okay, can you read it for me? I go,
I go to the gym.
I go
I
down the
go
gym, or
down. I go
I,
down the gym. I hit the gym.
all right. So if you remember, or if you're familiar with this, when there's a phrase like hit the book, you should start hitting the book, or you should hit the book for you to learn more. When you say hit the book, it means for you to start studying. Hit the book, okay? In this case, if you are referring into hit the gym, meaning to start working out. Okay, you need to start working out. Hit the gym, hit the book to start. All right. Okay, and this I work out. Okay, so those are the colloquial phrases. Next one. Hmm. If I'm going to ask you, what do we mean by homemakers?
Homemaker is a good
Is this a person? Is this an activity?
a person.
Such as, can you give an example?
I think it do some work in house, work in my house.
Work in the house. Actually, when you say somehow your answer is correct. But when we talk about homemakers, are you familiar with the word housewife? Housewife, meaning a homemaker is someone who stay at home. The only job is to be productive at home. Cook the food, clean the house. Do you get it? You call that a homemaker. It could be it could be a housewife, another term another a housewife or a husband, all right? Or a dad that only the only thing that he requires to do is to stay at home, no job. Homemaker, you stay at home and you do some of the chores, okay? So even though you are too young to use this words, but of course you can describe this maybe for your. Oh, okay. Thank you, teacher. Okay. Oh, all right. Housewife or house husband. All right. Oh, what I am doing. All right, here. Okay. All right. How do you read that? Noi
No sure.
noi tra. Okay, you understand now. All right. So now here. So even though it's not quite appropriate to you, but of course you can use this to describe maybe your mom or your grandma, right? So I want you to read the blue text, the colloquial one. Mm.
Read the blue sentence.
The blue text only.
Yes, I sort the kids out for school.
All right. By that sentence, what do you think is the meaning of sort the kids out? I sort the kids out for school. What can you imagine? Hmm. Paraphrase. By that statement, what can you imagine? I sort the kids out for school.
I think
Hmm.
prepared to take kid to the school.
All right. So when you say correct, when you say sort the kids out, it's like to prepare them, to get dressed, okay, to get them fed, meaning you fed them already. They were able to eat, get them fed, or help them to get ready. You're preparing. That's the term, prepare. Okay. I help them to sort out for school. Or I get the kids ready for school. I do the school run. Mm. When you say do the school run, it means to take the kids to school. All right. Your parents are letting you, all right, or they join with you to go to school. Do the school run. Not literally run, okay? But to take you at school. I do the school run or do the school run. Like for example, in England, we do the school run by car. All right, it's like to travel by school by car. Okay, or in Beijing, all right, we do the school run on the bicycle. All right, we go to school to take the kids to school or to take the kids to school. Do the school run. Next, all right, in here, I do the cooking or I do the cleaning, I do the washing, referring to the clothes, of course. And here, when you say, I do the pots, Hong, what is the meaning of I do the pots? It means to wash.
What the dishes?
All right. In our home, I am responsible to do the pots, while my brother is to do the school run. Okay, so that's you can use that. Do the pots. Other term for wash the dishes. All right. Okay, now another. For workers, how to describe the workers, meaning people who work already. So we have the word commute. Okay, can you say commute?
Commute.
I commute to work. Okay, but
Yes.
take note, Hung, when we say commute, it's like to travel to work, but there is some distance. It is quite far. Okay? But if you're just going, like for example, I commute to work, but you just walk, no, commute is not appropriate. It's like from moving one place to another. There is a specific distance. All right? That's when you use the word commute. Okay?
Yes.
All right. We also have here, I check my emails. I waste time scrolling on TikTok. Waste time to spend time. All right. Waste time scrolling on TikTok. Ah, students. I already said this a while ago. I hit the books every evening. I hit the books, meaning to study.
Study.
All right. Or you could also say colloquial, I go down the library. I hit the library. All right. I hit the library every evening, meaning you're studying every evening. All right. So now we were able to talk about this, but I didn't notice it's time's up already. But anyway, with this, though you were able to come up with expressing your idea about it, we are going to talk about this for next meeting, Hung. I want you to prepare a little or a paragraph stating the advantages and disadvantages of daily routine. Okay. Also for next meeting, I'll be giving you all right, topics to expect. We're going to discuss that one. All right, for whom does it apply? I'll be teaching you some phrases, okay, like idioms that is related in daily routine. But for now, I'll be leaving you with this homework. All right, talk about all right, a paragraph stating the advantages and disadvantages of daily routines. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So sadly, the more I want to continue, all right, time's up already. But anyway, so I just extended for at least 5 minutes because a while ago my connection is a bit unstable. So thank you for hanging in there and thank you for patiently waiting. Okay. So that will be all for this evening. Tambiet and have a good night. Goodbye, Hung. See you again.
Goodbye, teacher.
All
See
right.
you
Good
again.
night.